Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome to Let's Play Kirby Superstar for the Super Nintendo. I love this game more than you could ever imagine in the history of your life. This is a top 5 game for me of all time. It means so much to me, you have no idea. So this is going to be probably pretty short. I'm going to try to knock out if you've never seen this before, first of all, this is literally a 6 games and 3 mini games. You have Spring Breeze here, you have Gourmet Race, Dynablade, the Great Cave Offensive, and then later on you can unlock Revenge of Meta Knight and Milky Way Wishes, and then you've got Megaton Punch and Samurai Kirby, and then you also have the arena that will unlock later. But you're supposed to go, I feel like the order here would be Spring Breeze, Gourmet, Dynablade, Great Cave, and then Meta Knight, Milky Way, and then we'll do the smaller little mini games in a bonus other video. So in this first one, I'm gonna try to do Spring Breeze and Gourmet Race together because it's so quick. Help! All the food from Dreamland has been stolen. Hurry, Kirby, or everyone will starve. With a very small. Is this your first time playing? It's not mine, but for the sake of everyone watching, it probably is for someone, so let's watch the guide. It's so colorful. Welcome to the beginner show. For all you first-time players, here's how we play. This is the controller. It's that gray thing with the purple buttons. This is Kirby, our hero. He's a jolly fellow. Move Kirby left and right by pressing left and right on the control pad. You won't accomplish anything just sitting there. That's true. When you see a door, press up and you'll go through it. Basically, how to jump. Jump by pushing B. Jump over enemies and obstacles. Now let's take the food off the obstacle. Food restores energy. Whenever you find food, take it. There's food up in the sky. Fly up and get it to make Kirby fly. Push B while he's in the air. There we go. Good job. Thank you, game. Use the fly function when Kirby is about to fall off a cliff. Use Kirby to fly behind the text on the screen. It'll be annoying for the audience, and they'll probably find it a tad funny as well. Kirby loses some energy every time he bumps into an enemy, so don't do that shit, okay? It'd be dumb. It's okay to jump over an enemy, but you might want to defeat them instead. By pushing Y, Kirby will inhale almost anything in his path and become very constipated. Kirby can inhale enemies and attack by spitting out what he's inhaled. Or he can swallow it. I shouldn't have done that. I just should have gone. Whoops. Just focus on the target carefully. I'm just screwing around at this point. Come back out. Just go. There we go. You will not see that target sprite anywhere other than right there. Yay, let's do it. Yay. Thank you. This is going to take... Okay, it's over, about to say. This is going to take longer than the actual campaign thing. Dude, I am so ready to go. You have no idea how long I've been wanting to play this game. First of all, on the channel, and then this game, Green Greens. I like these little things here, too. These little opening cinematics. This game is, probably my Super Nintendo mecha, almost. Even more than Donkey Kong Countries. It's that major to me. It's just... I can't even describe it. I think it was one of those... it might have been the first game... Screw you. Screw you too. Man, I'm not doing it any justice. I think it was one of the first games that I personally asked for. I saw and I was interested in it. And I was like, hey, I really want this game. And, my parents were nice enough to get it for me. So I think that's one of the reasons why I like it so much. But other than that, just as a game altogether, it's really, really well done. The colors are great. It is a Super Nintendo game, so you gotta look at it from that kind of standpoint. But graphically, audibly, this game is just really good. It's extremely good. It is kind of short. There's not a hell of a lot of content in it, but at the SNES level, you can't really ask for more. in my opinion, because you can play co-op. Kirby has this innate ability to copy his enemies, as you may or may not have known, and in this game he can like basically birth little helpers, and in this case, if you have a second person in the room, then you can play 2-player co-op as Kirby as the main person, and I'm just going to fuck this tree up. As a kid, I felt so bad for this tree because whenever you beat him, he starts to cry. But you shouldn't have spit popcorn at me, dude. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you asked for it. It's kind of your fault, and by kinda, I mean it's your fault. So he gets the hook stuck in his mouth, which is just adorable. So I'm gonna ditch the bomb here. Make a... Okay, yay, fighter. If you go back and look, too, I always thought that his, like, right arm was his nose when I was a kid. Because it's, like, out there and all pointy. So, basically, the gimmick to this is, you know, the way Kirby fights is that he inhales enemies, and man, the AI is really dumb in this game, I will admit that. You know, he inhales enemies, and he copies their powers, and you can make a partner out of it, as you can see. And there's around 20 or so powers in the game, some of which extremely useful, some of which are virtually useless. This is candy, so this is like a, you know, a star. It makes you absolutely invincible. So just walk up to shit and fuck it up. As you can see down there at the bottom, you have, you know, your health, your helper's health, your score, your lives, and whatever power you have, and then whatever they are. Pretty straightforward. Whenever you pick up stuff like this, if you get to your partner quick enough, that's technically a kiss. You kiss your partner, and it shares the health. And my partner... Okay, well, that's pretty funny, actually. This little Poppy brother is the funniest... Probably the funniest helper. Screw you, I'm not helping you. It's probably the funniest helper just because of the way he acts. Alright, so that's... Oh, I didn't get to see it there, damn. The way Kirby makes his little partners is that whenever he sucks in and copies an ability from an enemy, he then basically has to sacrifice his power to turn it into a partner. So, you know, you don't have to use partner. You very well could if you wanted to. I'm going to uppercut the shit out of you. Damn it. There we go. You very well could, if you wanted to, just go through the whole game as Kirby. But, you know, that kind of makes it kind of lame. But the one advantage to that would be... screw you. The one advantage to that would be you don't have to babysit your little partner. And you don't have to give up your power every time you want to, you know, make a partner. Because this fighter power right here that I have, this is probably one of my favorite powers in the game. And you don't come across it too often. So, you know... It's one of those situations where I would just rather keep it instead of make a Knuckle Joe, which is the name of the fighting partner. The Crackly Crackler guy. What's this guy's name? Like Kraken or something? Alright, that was easy, like 3 hits. And every boss in the game does give you a way to hurt them if you don't have a power. Actually, you know what do I want to do? I always really liked this area as a kid. That I don't know why, just like trying to carve designs out of the blocks. I like that. Alright, I want that one up. There we go. And these little Venus flytrap looking things. Now this always pissed me off. If you go down here... Okay, Maximum, I thought it was a 1-up. Anyways, it's down there. And then you always take a hit. You always take a hit because that little Poppy Brothers respawns. And he's not going to hit you with his bombs. But he just keeps on walking. He keeps on Christopher walking, and then he falls on you. So that's kind of redundant, don't you think? Alright, so this is another interesting thing. Right here in this spot, I find this very interesting. So I was watching my sister one day play that Return to Dreamland or whatever it is, that 4-player game, Kirby game on the Wii. If I wait here long enough, Kirby will actually go to sleep, I believe. she was playing that game, and she came across an area very similar to this one here. And I took the controller from her, and I said, hey, watch this. And I went up, and I saw exactly this. One of these, an enemy kind of like that bear there, fell. And then if you go up far enough, there's like an invisible door that, you know, you can go through, as you just saw. And granted, I'd never played that game before. So, you know, she was like, how did you know that? And I was like, honey, because video games are predictable. That's how I knew that. Oh yeah, bonkers. I actually want bonkers. So they're like little, you know, mini bosses like this that, you know, probably my favorite thing about this game is that, you know, all the enemies are damage sponges. They are not, you know, there's never any sort of really hard, specific way to beat a boss, whether it's a, you know, big boss like this or a mini boss. So now my partner is just going to be a huge derp and just jump into the enemy thinking that it's a good strategy, which it's not. As we saw from the lovely tutorial at the beginning, if you run into someone, you will get hurt. Is this the final? It is. This is DDD. See, it's going by that quickly. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, so this is the boss of the little mini campaign. It restores all of our health, which is nice. And once you get in here, you actually have a plethora of enemies to choose from. Oh, I should have got the waddle whatever. I think they might respawn, actually. Maybe. Come here, Mr. Star. I'm going to turn my partner into bonkers for this fight. You got to act quickly or your partner will kill the enemies. But I like bonkers as a partner. So this is the final boss fight of the campaign. Here's DDD. And one of my favorite things, I actually noticed this, it's probably one of the first Easter eggs I ever found myself as a kid. As you see here on the left, you have Toad, Mario, Luigi, Birdo, and then right off screen is Peach. And I believe even further off screen is Bowser. That's the best noise ever, by the way. And they're also on the other side of the arena, which I was about to show you, but Bonkers rudely interrupted my flow. You fucked up my flow, Bonkers. So yeah, there's a little cinematic, and Kirby turns into a hot air balloon, who is apparently powerful enough to carry an entire palace off into the distance. Oh man, I would read the really funny Japanese names, but they're going by very quickly. I can't even read one if I wanted to. Oh, I saw Miyamoto. Never mind. How long does this take? Oh, it's HAL. This is a HAL game? Is it really? I didn't know that. HAL, the same people that did Super Smash Brothers. I'll just skip this. Who cares? Same thing. They'd just be going off into the distance, dog. All right, Gourmet Race. Race through Gourmet World to the finish, gobbling up all the tasty treats you can find. As you see at the bottom, you have a win-loss and high score column. Now this, unlike all the other levels, this is the most unique because this has nothing to do with combat or anything. This is an actual race, and I did not hit anything. It just, all right, there we go. Grand Prix. I'm just going to hit no. Beat King DDD to the goal. It's basically win the race and collect the most food. And you're racing DDD. You're the only two competitors here. So, you know, this is like the definition of a speed run because, you know, and by the way, you run just as fast when you're like inflated like that. But DDD does not stand a chance against you as long as you run full speed. As you see, it took 23 seconds. I got 34. He got 8. You beat the ever-loving shit out of him. And there's only 3 courses, too. And by courses, I mean racetracks, not meals because this is a gourmet race. Get it? I just made a pun and I didn't even mean to. And you're also getting a good look at all the food in the game, by the way. And those max tomatoes actually do... They give you more than a regular piece of food. But yeah, you're getting a good look at all the food in the game, so... If you ever come across... If you ever see it, you're like, oh, you missed this or that in the game, and I'll be like... You don't know that, and you'd be like, yeah, I did. I was paying attention in Gourmet Race, and I'd be like, shut up, viewer. But then I would immediately take that back because I love you, and I don't mean it. Dun 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 dun. This music is very familiar. I just saw that there are these things right there. Okay, probably one of my favorite things. I think that's like the third thing I've said about this game that's my favorite. But are those little platforms that give you... I want that max tomato, actually. Those little, like, trophy stands. I call them, like, power trophies or something like that. They give you powers, so you don't have to find the enemy and consume them. Oh, man, I got to haul ass here. I'm screwing around. You don't have to, you know, find the enemy or anything. You just have to get the little trophy, which I really like. Yeah, I found that just really cool as a kid. I don't know why. Maybe it was like a little Power Rangers thing. I don't know. But I chose to pick up the bird power-up just because, you know, my whole goal here is to go up, which I think the bird is the best at doing. And I smoked him. 42-20. He's very surprised, too, if you saw that in the final, at the bottom right there. So, total, I got 124, he got 45. And I won all 3 races. So, my total time was 2:06. See, that goes by way fast. Really fast. And if you do them individually, it'll keep your individual course records. Alright, so, now that that's out of the way, should I do Megaton Punch and Samurai Kirby now? Yeah, screw it. We'll just do it. We'll do Arena as one video. Alright, so there's a 1 or 2 player option here. Pay attention to the power gauge and watch the pendulum. Megaton Punch. Level 1, 2, and 3. We'll start at 1. So, as you can see on the sides there's Mario and Luigi and Birdo and whoever else. Now, the point of this is to get all of your little gauges into the correct spot, basically, so you can put the largest crack in a star. Which I don't know why they would do that. Damn it, I hate that. I need to stop doing that. I don't know why they want to be cracking stars like that. Here, I'll show you the main strategy that you should use in this. Whenever you're fighting the AI, always let the AI go first. Alright, here's the hardest AI. So, basically, I always let them go first just because I don't want that hesitation of when the screen changes to screw up my flow. So on this one here, you want to try to hit it to hit the button to when it hits the very top. On this one here, you want to hit it when they intersect, like that. That was perfect. And then you want to hit that circle when it gets into the other circle, but I did not do that there. I still won though, so that's nice. I like the 2 frames of animation everyone has in the background. That's just great. And that's just basically the whole game, more or less. The levels 1, 2, and 3 were just difficulty. Now, Samurai Kirby is actually really fucking hard. Push any button immediately when you see the exclamation point. It's basically just, hey, draw. Whoops, I went out of it. Did I go out of it again? I did. Damn it. Go into the game. Oh, I did it on beginner. Shouldn't have done better. Okay, just everybody shut up. There we go. 0.14 seconds. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. I think. I don't know. But I love this whole area here. This whole setting is like, I find this really neat. And the fact that they took certain enemies and gave them like, you know, special costumes and shit. Why isn't Samurai Kirby actually a Kirby power? I know there's Ninja Kirby, which is actually in this game, but... Got him. All right, I believe Meta Knight is the last one. I think. All right, bitch. Damn it, he always beats me. Meta Knight always beats me. Always. Beats me. What's that in the bottom right? I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't even beat him on fucking beginner. So I'm not going to try out anything else. Alright, so that's probably good. Alright, so on the next episode, we are going to hopefully beat the entirety of Dynablade. Okay, so until then, I'm Broken Champion. We're done here.